Good morning. We're here on the Apache Indian Reservation, and we landed here yesterday, and the approach was just awesome. I come in, I think I was coming over the mountains at about 7,500 feet, and this runway is about 6,000 feet. Maybe lower, maybe 5,000 feet. Yep, looks that way. So I had to get rid of like a lot of elevation. So I'm coming in for a landing at about 1,500 feet per minute descent, and just pulled it off. I mean, it just went perfect. The only downside was I couldn't find the parking area here, and so I parked on the grass up on the other end of the runway. So the great thing about this place is I'm surrounded by mountains. So there's a mountain in front of me. There's a mountain behind me. There's mountains over this way. There's mountains over that way. So it's going to be a little entertaining to get out of here, but we'll just see how it goes. Fuel valve. Fuel valve. Fuel valve. Let me check. Okay. Just want to make sure it was actually open. It was not listening to me. Taxi lights. Beacon lights. Master battery.
Setting master battery.
Magneto start. Master alternator.
Adjusting alternator.
Avionics on. Okay. Set altimeter.
Altimeter adjusted to sea level.
Yeah, we'll hope that's correct. It can't be too far off. Alrighty. Set 1. Set 1.
Echo 24 traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is taxiing to runway 1.
Okay, so that's our road over there. So we'll let's see if we can find runway 1. Should be fun. At least I know which way I'm taking off, so I'll know kind of what I need to do to get out of here. I'm good for right now. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
I want to move this out of the way. Down there will probably be okay. Nope. Gotta be the other way. Let me look at that windsock. Yep. So the wind's coming this way, so I want to be nose into it. Oh, I gotta spin around here. I just turn right here. Should be okay. There it is. Okay. Alrighty. Everything's looking pretty good today. For some reason, like right in front of the prop here, I get a strobing effect. So anything that you see through the prop, it gives you a strobe effect. There was a mod that supposedly fixed that, but I used it and it didn't seem to make really any difference whatsoever. So either I installed the mod incorrectly, possible, or it's a different problem. So yeah, so runway 19, that's that way. That one you can do left traffic, so left traffic would be over to your left here. But on this one, you can't do left traffic, you have to do right traffic. Because that mountain right over here, it's kind of in your way. It's pretty close to the runway. So when I come in, the way I'm looking right now, that's the direction I come in from. And I was pretty happy how it all turned out. It turned out really, really well. I knew if I could get lined up with the runway, even if I entered long on the runway is 6,000 feet, so it's a really long runway. So I knew that for sure that I could, if I could get lined up with the runway, I wouldn't run out of runway before I got the plane landed. It turns out I pretty much landed right on the numbers. I did a really good job. I was quite happy. So I got to figure out how we're going to get out of here, because it says we're about 5,100 feet, and pretty much all the mountains around us are around 7. So I gotta get some elevation pretty quickly here to make my way to my next airport. So we're going to leave. We're here at E24, and we're going to go to KSOW, which is I'm going to do a touch and go there, and then the runway we're going to the airport we're going to land at is KSJN, and I'll do a full stop landing there. The total distance is I think it's about 50. Now, about 60 nautical miles total distance. So when I get up here to the beginning of the runway here, I'm going to stop and kind of show the settings I'm running. So the sim this morning seems to be running pretty smooth. I'm pretty happy. The only oddity I have is I have some artifacts, like I said, a strobing effect when I'm looking through the propeller. It'd be nice if I get that resolved. So, well, one thing at a time. Okay. There's a hold short line right here. So I'm gonna hold short right here. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
So I'm gonna go into a Steam VR and look at the video settings. Close this, go into general. So here I'm running a valve index. So I'm running an i7 9700K with a 2080 Ti. I'm running a valve index headset and it's set at 120 hertz. My motion smoothing is on. I'm using a custom resolution and it's set at 100. So if I go to video, for application, so we're in Flight Sim 2020. I have the multiplier set at 124. So if you look on my FPS VR, I have 124. Motion smoothing is enabled. Reprojection, legacy reprojection is off. I have throttling at fixed. The frame rate is max frame rate is locked at 24, and my prediction is at 25 milliseconds. Turn the game. Find my mouse. Escape. So come over on our settings. So I have that set at 80 and TAA. Train level of detail is 50, mediums. Object level of detail 50. I have clouds at high, texture resolution at high, 8x, 2x2, medium, medium, medium. These last ones down here are all off. And glass cockpit refresh rate is at medium. So, okay, back in the cockpit. Whoops, I don't know what the heck that was about. All of a sudden, I went out of VR and then back in. Kind of weird. Make sure everything still looks okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying. I've been looking at the my FPS VR, and I was concerned about the red, but so I just decided to let's just try to turn up the rendering resolution. I was running it at 50, and the gauges, like in the cockpit here, were not really easy to see. So in other words, it was kind of difficult to tell the difference between a 21 and a 24. So I decided I'll increase it from 50 to 80. I did that, and before, the GPU bar there was kind of amber and red. Now it's all red, but it doesn't seem to matter. I mean, which is kind of weird. But but everything seems to be smooth. So you kind of go like, okay, I'll go ahead and try this. So, alrighty, I think I'm going to, when I take off and get some altitude, I'm going to be departing to the north. So, parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
I don't think we have any weather here. Let me look. Oh, no weather. Okay, that's fine. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
And because we, just a minute. Landing lights. Landing lights. Taxi lights. Nav lights. That should be good. Yeah, since we don't have touch controllers in the cockpit, I'm using VoiceAttack to kind of emulate what I would be able to do with touch controllers. Like I said, I got to get some elevation here, so should be entertaining. Looks like I can go right straight out. I should be okay to get enough elevation before I turn to turn on course. Wind don't look too bad. It is almost right down the runway. It's kind of neat. Rotate. Like I said, I want to like climb like gangbusters here. I'm going to aim for this kind of gap in the mountains here, and I'm climbing at a pretty good clip here. Well, not really. I'll pull back my mixture a little bit, see if I can get some more power out of this engine, because we are pretty high in elevation, but I didn't want to do it right off the bat. But you ain't doing too bad. I'm climbing out at about, I was at 60. I wanted a little more than that. I'm climbing at like 500 feet a minute. Now she's starting to climb up a little better now. So I pulled the mixture out a little bit to kind of get the fuel air mixture a little better, and so I knew I wasn't going to make getting over top of that mountain. So, but I got climbed up a little bit here, and I can get back on course. It's pretty cool, just how well the scenery is like rendered. It's pretty amazing. I'm going to turn a little bit here. Just continue to climb. Set one. Set one.
Albuquerque Center, Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is type Cessna Skyhawk 4 miles north of Echo 24. Request flight following.
Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf, Albuquerque Center. Squawk 4746.
Set one.
Squawk 4746 Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf radar contact 4 miles north of Echo 247,000 feet. Altimeter tree 0.15. United 246 contact Albuquerque Center on 124.325. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, did you copy?
Set one.
Copy Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Okay, I'll pull the power back a little bit. Level off here. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to be on the heading of like about 358, 357, so pretty close to north. I'm going to show the nose down a little bit, trim it. Just a little bit. She should still climb just a little bit more. Trying to get her to balance out here. Yep, a little bit more. I'm not using my autopilot. I'm just hand flying. So I'm trying to get it leveled off here at 8,500 feet. So the elevation of the airport that I'm going to is 6,300 feet. So I'm about 2,000 feet above that. So when I do pattern work, I want to be normally you want to be on the downwind 1,000 feet above. So. And once again, I've never been to this airport, so. Hopefully I'll get to see it before I get too close where I can't make any changes, but that's kind of my goal. Pretty amazing how they can take satellite imagery and turn it into this. Pretty neat. Like we're kind of out of the really high mountains, and I'm up a ways here. May not need to be this high, but when in doubt, it's better to be high than low. It's a little bit fun to use the mouse in VR when your head's kind of moving around and you're trying to keep the mouse cursor on the knob. It's a little bit strange. Oh, it's supposed to be an airport up here somewhere. Is that 3?
Albuquerque Center Cessna 6 Bravo Golf cancel flight following.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf Albuquerque Center cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Set 1.
Kilo Sierra Oscar Whiskey Automated Weather Observation 1600 Zulu. Wind 019er at 10. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 600 feet, few clouds at 4,200 feet, few clouds at 12,000 feet. Temperature 1C dew point, 10C altimeter, tree 015.
Set 2. Set 1.
Kilo Sierra Oscar Whiskey Traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 3 miles south 7,500 feet inbound to land runway 7.
Set 6.
Kilo Sierra Oscar Whiskey Traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is on downwind runway 7.
Flaps down. Flaps down. Flaps down. Flaps up. Flaps up. Flaps up. Ooh, that's pretty good stutter. Rotate. Well, that went pretty well. Okay, so I should be on a heading of 054. And 35 nautical miles away. So. Not so sure what's in between, and so we'll just have to fly accordingly. Next airport is at 5,700 feet. So I'm using a couple programs. One is I'm using OVR Toolkit. That's what allows me to get my chatty inside of the VR cockpit. And I'm using also using Microsoft Flight Simulator program plugin. Not sure what to call them. It's called electronic flight bag, and so that basically allows me to have PDFs and text files in the VR cockpit. So I have a text file that basically I put the information that I need for each of the airports, because kind of the important part is if you can do the flight plan, but once you're flying, it's real important to know like what's in the airport you're flying to, what's the elevation, what are the runways, what are the radio frequencies, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna level off right here and pull power back a little bit, and so that all allows.
Sierra Oscar Whiskey traffic generic Bravo Tango Quebec 81 miles southwest inbound visual runway 7. Kilo Sierra Oscar Whiskey traffic generic Bravo Tango Quebec 81 is on final runway 7 to land.
I'm gonna go get flight following again, if I can. Yeah, what is level off here? Oops. Yeah, it looks pretty flat out through here. That's cool. Yeah, I live on about 5 miles off the shore of Lake Erie, and so the elevation of our local airport is 723 feet. So we don't need to worry about not flying in the mountains and that kind of stuff. But out here, you always have to pay attention. So yeah, so I make my flight plan in Sky Vector just to kind of roughly have some idea of what the airport is, that kind of stuff, and then I put that flight plan into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So and it seems like it's worked out, because like I said, I use a magenta line on that VFR map. It's kind of a guide to make sure I'm kind of keeping on the right heading, and but I don't fly with it, so it's just a guide, and it kind of lets me know when I'm getting close to the airport. I can actually see it on the VFR map. It's kind of weird the way they do it, though. Like the runway that the airport I just did a touch and go at, it didn't show up on the map actually. It just showed up as like a kink in the magenta line. So I kind of wish it would actually show up as the actual airport would show up on the VFR map, but it didn't. So you have to kind of know that when you see a kink, you know, a change in direction on that line, that there's an airport there, and that's kind of where you're supposed to do your touch and go at. So that's what I've been doing. I've been mapping out 3 different airports. One I take off from, one I do a touch and go on, and the last one I land at. And the one I land at is the one I take off from the following day. The airport we're going to is St. John's Industrial Airport, Airpark Airport. It's a bit of a mouthful. It is. When you look at it, it's fairly flat right out through here. I don't know quite what the elevation is, but they got to be at least 2,000 feet above the ground, if not more. But if the airport I'm going to is at 5,700, where am I at? I'm like at about 7,900, so definitely a little too high, but we'll see. Set 5. Set 1.
Kilo Sierra Juliet, November, automated point. 10C altimeter 3015.
Set 2. Set 5. Set 4. Set 1.
Kilo Sierra Juliet, November, automated weather observation, 1600 Zulu. Wind, 020 at 10. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 600 feet, few clouds at 4,200 feet, few clouds at 12,000 feet. Temperature, 1C dew point, 10C altimeter 3015.
Set 2. Set 1.
Kilo Sierra Juliet November traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 19 miles southwest 7,800 feet inbound to land runway 14.
Set 2.
Kilo Sierra Juliet November traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 14 miles southwest 7,600 feet inbound to land runway 14.
Kind of hazy out there, kind of makes it a little harder to see, but 14 miles out, you probably ain't going to see a runway, so. But certainly should be able to see it before too long. If I'm landing on 14, looks like I should be able to make a base approach, as long as I see it quick enough, and just do a base, turn to final, and then we can land. Yeah, ain't too hard to hold a heading. You have the power pulled back a little bit. It doesn't do the pulling tendency. When the power is up pretty high, it tends to pulls to the right. You got to counteract it with give it a little bit of left aileron. And but when the power is back like this, I'm about 2200. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have as great a tendency. It has some, but not as great. And as long as I'm keeping on like a 5.4, 5.5 heading, I'm pretty much staying on the magenta line. So. Just so much open space. Just amazing. Yeah, so as a reference point, I put my, because I'm not flying with autopilot, I put my heading bug on the direction of the upcoming airport. So it allows me to, like right now, I'm flying at 90 degrees with that, with a 14 runway. So it allows me to get myself lined up. And so I'm coming in pretty much the same way as what I did the previous airport. So I'll be able to do the turn in, come in, and then turn into a downwind approach, and so. Set 2.
Kilo Sierra Juliet November traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf 6 miles southwest 7,300 feet inbound to land runway 14.
Oh, it looks like up there on the, nope, guessed wrong. Oh, well, come over here a little bit. Get a little bit to the right of this airport. I'll just do a slow turn here. Get myself kind of lined up for a downwind approach. Trying to make sure I get far enough right so when I make my turn here, the runway will be on my left. I want to make sure I'm far enough over this way. if I'm too far, it doesn't matter. It will, it'll still work out. Because I'm not descending very quickly, so. Okay, so I'm at, hard to see. Okay. Alrighty. Yep, there it is. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm a little high. So I'm at 90 degrees with 14 runway. And we're going to pull the power back. Get rid of some elevation. Yeah, there's a small runway here, like a 3,000 footer. I wasn't game enough to try that one. It's a little better lined up with the wind, but didn't matter that much to me. So that's 7,000 feet. Flaps down. Flaps down. Flaps down. Perfect. Oops, come on. Set 2.
Kilo Sierra Juliet November traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is clear of the runway.
Set 2.
Kilo Sierra Juliet November traffic Cessna November 256 Bravo Golf is clear of the runway.
Got no idea. We'll say I parked right. Parking brake. Parking brake.
Adjusting parking brake.
Landing light. Nav light. Avionics off. Flaps up. Flaps up. Flaps up. Beacon light. Master battery.
Adjusting master battery.
Master alternator.
Setting alternator.
Magnetos off.
Setting magnetos to off.
Magnetos off.
Setting magnetos to off.
Alrighty. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. All my landings were quite good. I wasn't sure about that one. I almost thought when I was pulling back, I didn't think I was close enough to the ground until I heard the wheels, the main wheels hit, and I went, "Oh, okay. Well, let me just wait a little bit. Let me not pull back anymore. Just let the nose wheel come down." And it did, and pretty much straight down the runway. So, but it's kind of, I don't see the windsock. Where's the windsock at? Over there? Yeah. It didn't feel too bad coming in, so I guess I picked the runway right. I was a little concerned if I picked the wrong direction, and but it seemed to land okay, so I guess I didn't. I was trying to catch the windsock on the way by, but I missed it. So let me do cockpit. Cockpit. Trying to turn around in my chair. Trying to see a windsock. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah. Yeah, I can like barely see it over there, but it looks like it's coming. I was landing into the wind. Let me roll back a little bit. Can't see that far back. No, that windsock's way too far away to see. And got my drone set up, so cockpit. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna call it a day. Actually went quite well. What time is it? Oh, cool. And yeah, everything went well. I think I've got I'm pretty happy with the VR settings. This seems like everything's working the way I want it to. So we'll gonna stream one more day. I'm gonna stream Sunday in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then starting Monday, I'm gonna stream in X-Plane, and I'm basically gonna try to fly pretty much the same, go to the same airports, so I can kind of get a visual. I can visually see the differences and stuff, so it'll be kind of interesting. So I made some tiles for this area with Ortho for XP, and so that's probably about as good, other than buying scenery, probably as good as I'm gonna get. So we'll just have to see how it works out. So without further ado, y'all have a great day, and I know I've just been having so much fun, just, you know, picking a flight plan, and then I usually I pick my flight plan in the evening and get everything kind of figured out, and then fly it the next day. So, alrighty, good afternoon.